Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Manny Kenny again. If you are new here, you're very welcome for the part of this family. I appreciate you guys as usual. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do your makeup for, even if you're a complete beginner, how to do your concealer for it to look this flawless. Yeah, look this flawless. Come closer. For it to look this flawless using Clemylux products. So stay tuned and let's jump right into this video.
It's Manny Kenny.
Basically, to do your concealer is very easy. I know it might be hard for you as a beginner, but it's not that hard. So first things first, placement. So you get, or first things first, a good concealer and then placement. So you get a good concealer. I'm using the one from Clemylux Cosmetics in the shade Hazel. This shade is like one shade lighter than my foundation, than my skin tone. So that's why I'm using this shade. It gives me the most natural finish. You can go a shade lighter if you want. I go a shade lighter if I'm going for like a party, but this is an everyday makeup look to go to work. So I use a shade, just one shade lighter. So I will just apply it. So you want to apply like minimally. The more you put, the more difficult it will be to look good. So you put a little bit like I did here, then I put a little bit on this end, but just like you see, just a little bit, and then I'll do the same on this side. Okay, so that's for under the eye. Then for the rest of the face, I do not do a lot. I put a little bit between my eyebrows up to my forehead, a little bit on my nose, just a little bit down here, and a little bit on my cupid's bow. You could use it on your eye if you're going to do a makeup, like an eye look. I don't do an eye look every day, so I'm not going to put it there. So that is basically all you need. Like, that's all you need. Now I go in with this brush. This is where it gets tricky. So you have placed it, and now to blend it, at first I will just go in with the beauty blender. Sometimes that works, but I feel like with the beauty blender you need to put more product for it to look good when blending. So now that I'm putting just a little bit of product, this will also help you save on product. I go in with a flat brush. This is the brush I use to conceal my eyebrow. So this is my concealer brush. I use it to line my eyebrow. So I'll just use the same brush and just blend this, you know, spread it like you're spreading, I don't know, butter on something. And look at how easy it is to blend. Like, so you blend without pulling it too far away from your eyes. I blend right under my eye, like right under here. But if you have watery eyes, maybe you don't want to go right under your eye. So I blend and I go down the bridge of like the sides of my nose like this. And then we'll do the same on this side. You see that because I did not put a lot of product, it's easy to blend and it just looks more natural. Okay, so after I do this, I now go in with a beauty blender just to make it even more blended. Blending is key, okay? So I am just softly blending it so that I do not have any harsh ends, harsh lines. So you can see that I am blending just along the harsh lines. I'm really not blending on top of the concealer. So the line where it meets my blush blend there with the beauty blender. You can see that this side looks way more blended and, you know, unified than this side. So I'm going to go to all these hash lines and I'm going to blend them with this makeup sponge. Okay. All right, so that is step one. So the next thing you want to do is do not take your powder, your loose powder, and just pack it on here. If you mix water and flour, it will turn into cake. Okay, so now that we have put a liquid or cream concealer, we cannot immediately go with this because it can look patchy. So the first thing you want to do is go in with a pressed powder, and go in with a good pressed powder, one that almost matches the color of the concealer or like more of your skin tone. This is for an everyday look, but you can go for a lighter shade. You can see I could use this lighter shade, but I use that if I'm going out on a date, a party or something. But when I'm going to work, I use this shade because it's not as bright, so it's not too far away from my skin tone. So I would just go in there, and sometimes I add a little bit of this shade. So that's my normal shade, and sometimes I just go in with it like this on top of this other one, just to have that little bit of highlight effect, and tap the excess, and then I press it in. So you see that? So now you can compare. This side still looks natural, but you can see the glow, and this side looks a bit matte. We're going to do the same on the other side. So put as much as you need, but don't go overboard. You can see that I put just what I had on here without adding too much. So I'm just going to set everywhere I put concealer with this powder. So this could actually be enough and good to go, but just to make it, you know, snatched and even more matte than it is, and to make sure that my concealer stays on all day, I now go in with a loose powder. So the loose powder I'm using is from Clemylux Beyond Flawless Translucent Powder, and this powder is waterproof, it's lightweight, it's very silky, and it has an 18-hour long-lasting wear. So I'm going in with the shade Golden Sand. This is what it looks like. So what I usually do is I take the cover, I dip my beauty sponge, triangle sponge here, into the product, I tap off the excess, then I apply. Yep, and this is what they call baking for me. So this is how I bake. That's pretty much all of the product I put. So I put it there and I let it sit for a few minutes. I'd not let it sit for long, because in my experience, when it's there too long, sometimes it's a bit harder to blend. So yeah, you can see the excess on the brush. I'm just defining my face and setting the rest of the concealer. All right, so while that sits, I had already put my blush and contour. Oops, I had already put my blush and contour, the cream blush and cream contour, so I'm just going to set that while waiting for this to bake a little bit. So now I am putting on my powder blush, and this is the trick to removing your baked powder. So what I do is I'll use this same blush brush, right, and just as I'm putting the powder blush, I am tapping a little bit under my eye. So I'm making sure that the part of the brush that does not have the product is touching under my eye a little bit, and that is helping me remove the excess powder. Because if you take a brush and you just go there and to remove it, you might spoil your look, especially if it's not yet set correctly. So because I don't have time to wait longer for it to set correctly, I just do this. So I put the blush on the part of the, see, like this, and then I apply it, and then the part of the brush that does not have the product will be tapping under my eye, touching the product, removing the excess. And that's it. You can see the excess powder is gone. My under eye is looking flawless, like the product said, and I'm happy. And this is going to stay on all day. I take off my makeup at like 7 p.m. and my under eye is always looking good. Today when I come back from work, I'll show you guys what my under eye looks like, the situation, for you to see how good this method is and these products. So yeah, so that is basically it in real time. So this is the finished look.
I don't know if you can tell, but I was feeling myself. I was like, ooh, I'm the queen of this thing. Anyways, this is how it looked, and I went back in there and added a little pop of color, and I was like, oh, let me make that video and show you guys what the actual finished look was giving. And it was giving everything it was supposed to give. I always feel super confident that my day will go good if my hair and makeup are also looking good. So yes, I added a little pink because I was going to switch up my outfit.
So this is the finished look, and I hope that you learned something new. Don't be scared to do your makeup, okay? I know that you are a beginner and you don't really know all the techniques, but little by little, if you want me to make more videos like this, let me know in the comment section. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help. And yeah, more videos like this coming up soon. Anyway, so right now it's about 6:47, and look at this makeup. And I've had a busy day, so the time I put on this makeup, it was 5:30 a.m. so between 5:30 and 6 is when I did my makeup, and that's why I was talking a little bit more like on the lower. No, I wasn't being too loud because my baby was sleeping. But this is my face, what, like 12 hours later or more. Now it's 6:47, so yeah, pretty much the whole day, and this is what it looks like. Obviously there's a little creasing here because I didn't prep my eye. I didn't do a lot. I just put a little bit of color there just to have that little pop of color. But yeah, you can see my under eye, which is why I'm showing you guys this. So I have not done any touch-ups, so I have not used any blotting paper, no powder, nothing. This is how I got back home and did everything I had to do, and this is how it's looking without touching my face, without no touch-ups. So you can see my under eye is looking set as if nothing happened, like as if I did my makeup like 2 minutes ago, pretty much. Because you can see the rest of my face here, it has gotten oily in my T-zone, like my normal areas that get, you know, that get oily. But look at that under eye, perfection, perfection. Like you better run and grab the Clemylux concealer duo, so the concealer and the powder, because I'm putting you on. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how it looks after many hours. Anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a great day, and have a good day. Bye bye. Oh, I need to change my pullover. Oh, there's makeup everywhere. Oh my god.